So welcome to Say What in the Streets. This is Conversations with Chivonne Say What. I am your host, Chivonne Say What. Today we have a special guest. We have a legend in the game. Founder, founder of Nerve DJs, DJ Johnny O. Welcome.
Yo.
How are you doing today?
I'm great. You know, trying to stay busy, keep moving and grooving.
Yeah.
How you doing today?
I'm great. I feel great. I feel energized.
Good. I like the artwork behind you.
Thank you. A friend of mine, Jay Artiste, he did it for me. He, I don't know if you've heard of First Verse Apparel, but
I heard of Jay Artiste, but not the First Verse Apparel. But
okay. Well, that's his clothing line. So he's also an artist, and I told him I needed some art, and he hooked me up. So yeah.
Good.
So let's get started.
Yep, let's do it.
So for my viewers that don't know, could you tell them who you are, where you're from, and how you got started as a DJ?
Wow. Well, my name is DJ Johnny O. I started DJing in 1977, the summer of 77. I got started because my neighbor came home from Germany. He was in the service. He brought out all this equipment, and everybody was watching me ride my dirt bike and show off doing wheelies and things like that. He took them away from me, and everybody was dancing in our driveway. So I said, I have to learn how to do that. If it's going to draw that much attention, that's a good thing. So I've been DJing ever since then.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a quick story.
You're from Ohio?
Cleveland, Ohio, born and raised. Yep, still here.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am.
That's 1977. That's like the very beginning of...
beginning of hip hop, right. All we were playing was R&B and funk records at the time, so wasn't no rap records out. The first rap record came out 3 to 4 years later.
Wow.
And that was Sugar Hill Gang.
Wow. Yeah, Sugar Hill Gang. Yep.
Yeah. Before your time, right? Wonder Mike, yeah. He lives in Cleveland now.
He does?
Yeah. No, not Wonder Mike. What's the small guy's name? The short guy. Mike G. No, forget his name, but yeah, he lives in Cleveland. One of them live in Cleveland right now.
Wow. I met them when I was like 16 in Woodstock.
Oh, in Pennsylvania?
Yeah. Pennsylvania, New York. Borderline, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was attending this really rich, fancy camp, and we went there, and Sugar Hill Gang was there, and I was like, yay! Because I was excited. You know, it's like a black group. You know?
Right.
So, yeah.
So you was there with a bunch of other folks, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, I met Britney Spears.
Oh, wow.
It was that kind of group. So.
Oh, okay. That's a different group.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. So, So you started DJing.
Yeah, been DJing since 77. DJ'd every club, every radio station, damn near in every city in Ohio. Youngstown State. I went to school there, went to college. Yeah. And I took up the name The Grand Wizard because the name of the station was WSRD, Wizard. So I became The Grand Wizard. And then I got my first rap group in 81. And it was 3 of us. And then another rap group was going on in the area, and they were trying to take some of our jobs from us. So we pulled them in and became an even larger crew.
Okay.
So we went from 3 to 5, and then we added 3 more people. So we had 8. And then a manager who was a friend of mine, he kind of managed the group with me. So it was 9 of us total. So
Wow.
We went on our first tour in 1985. Oh, I'm sorry. My wife is like, stop moving stuff. So we went on our first tour in 1985 with LL Cool J, Houdini, DJ Red Alert, Rockmaster Scott, Curtis Blow, and the Roxannes.
Nice.
Roxanne Shantae wasn't there, but the real Roxanne and Sparky D.
Wow.
They were also on the tour. So it was a big tour. It was a 44 city tour.
Wow.
I've been doing a lot of things. So the 80s, just played all the clubs, played all the concerts and festivals here in Cleveland.
When the album come out.
So
our first 12-inch came out in 1986. We did a double-sided 12-inch, A-side, B-side.
when you say 12-inch, you mean a vinyl, right?
Yes,
For those
vinyl records.
For this new generation.
Yeah, new generation don't know nothing about that. And so we had an A-side, which was called Me and the Boys. It was an off-take of Parliament Funkadelic, Me and the Boys.
Okay.
If you hear any noise, it's just me and the boys. So we did that. And on the backside, we had a song called Rock the P Square, No Justice, Justice. And that was a take on what was going on in Cleveland at the time, as far as breakdancing, graph artists, graffiti artists, and DJing and MCing. So, and it did really good. A year later, we started working on a new single. So 86, going into 87, we started producing a new single, which was a remake of Led Zeppelin's Kashmir. Okay. So it was a rock song. So it was guitars and drum beats. So it was real nice. The year later, we put it out in 1988. And what we did was we went around to every neighborhood. We put flyers everywhere saying, get your song on the album, get produced by Johnny O and Casper C, get recorded, get a photo shoot, get a bio, get one song on the album for $500. We had 20 people pay their money. Put them all in the studio, produce a song for them, and we sold about 50,000 albums.
Wow.
Before internet or anything, so it did really well. Our song went on to play on many radio stations around the country. Did a lot of things. Did a lot of DJ battling in New York City, New Music Seminar. 3 years straight, missed the 4th year, and went back up to 5th year just to participate, just to be there and support the other DJs. So a lot of things.
So you guys were really like the Wu-Tang before Wu-Tang, because it was
yes, we were. We was one of the largest rap groups around. Didn't nobody want to book us because they didn't want to pay for it, all them people. So I'm like, well, it's only 4 people to rap. So then we broke that down to 2, and then it went down to just me and my partner, Casper C. So
wow.
Been doing it.
So after all of that, you started Nerve DJs.
No, we started Nerve in 2002.
Okay.
So all the 90s was just DJ. I had a magazine with me and my partner, Wild C, rest in peace. We started a magazine in 1989.
Okay.
It was called It's a Rap. It was a free magazine. We put it out. Started off as a 4-page newsletter. His mother gave us some of the money that I didn't have enough to foot the whole bill. So she gave us enough to print the first copies.
Nice.
And we printed like 500 copies, put it in the different record stores here in Cleveland. And within 2 days, they were all gone. So we said, oh, we got something here. So we just kept growing with it. So from 89 to 90, we just did everything on our own. 91, got a call from Russell Simmons from our reggae editor. He contacted her. He had his office contact her. And when she called and told us, I was like, man, girl, get out of here. You joke. She's like, no, I'm dead serious. They want to buy ads in the magazine. So they came on as a big time sponsor, buying ads in the magazine, 3 or 4 pages at a time. We went from black and white 4 pages to 36 pages full color in a couple months, and just blew it up from there.
Wow.
So it went on until then we got hired by Def Jam to be the first Def Jam street team outside of New York.
Nice.
So they gave us Def Jam Midwest.
Nice.
So a lot of people don't even know that. So you can tell your people that.
Heard it first.
Yeah, heard it first here with Shay. Shay, right?
It's Chivonne, but I've been called Shay.
Okay.
I've been called many names.
All right, Chivonne. So yeah, we worked for Def Jam from 89 to 97. And then I just kept DJing and met a couple people here and there and just kept growing and getting my name bigger in the city and all over the country. All that time I was working construction while I was DJing. So I was working at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, building the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. When the union boss came down and said he wanted to make me a union rep. I ain't know nothing about it. So I said, okay, I'm the guy. So in 93, I went on to work with him, and I just retired in 2020. So I worked there for 28 years.
Nice.
All that time I was just building my money, doing things, staying busy, staying active in the hip hop community, doing shows, started radio stations, things like that. And then I met a guy, my next partner and my next joint venture, which we started Nerve DJs. Met him at a construction meeting. And he told me, he said, I got a way for you to download your music while you sleep. This was in 2002, early 2002. So I just took out my checkbook and said, how much? He said, oh, I don't know, I don't charge that. I said, well, how much do you think it's worth? He said, $20. So I wrote him a check out for $120. I said, here's 6 months worth. He said, all right, here's my address. Come by my house and I'll show you how it worked. Then you can go home and put it on your computer and try it out. Mm-hmm. So I went by his house. He had an FTP on his website. He said, he opened it up. He showed this how you open it up. Then you just highlight this folder. You control, copy it, paste it to your hard drive, and it'll download while you sleep. So I said, wow, I can get every DJ in Cleveland paying us money to get this. This is really nice. It's better than going to the record pools. So by 30 days later, we had 30 DJs paying $30 a piece to be in it.
Wow.
So I told him, I said, we have to get this thing incorporated, LLC or something, and get going, start our own website. We ain't know nothing about websites or nothing. So we went there and took off, and we incorporated in 2003, and we've been rolling ever since. We went from 4 DJs in the beginning to well over, the website says 9,500, but we only say 2,500 DJs that we actually deal with on a daily basis. But it's over 9,500 members on our website right now. That's NerveDJsMixtapes.com.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Thank you. So we have 6 radio stations, 5 internet radio stations, and 1 FM station in Kokomo, Indiana. So Kokomo, Indiana is where our FM station at. That's right outside of Indianapolis.
Okay.
So.
Wow. And you said that started in 2002. 2002,
the Nerve DJs. We got our name and then we incorporated in 2003. We became an official business in the state of Ohio in 2003.
So you're coming up on your 20-year anniversary.
Yep, this year's 19, next year's 20, and we're going to have it at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
I hope NDStreets is there.
Yeah, you got to be there.
Absolutely, that's amazing. That is amazing. You had such a wonderful journey so far.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's so dope. So how did you come up with the name Nerve DJs?
Well, one of our partners, John, DJ Quest, who's also on there, his name was John as well. He passed away a few years ago, but he came up with the name Northeast Regional Vinyl Ensemble, Nerve. I said, I do not like that, but I like the letters.
Yeah.
So we just took the letters and Nerve. We break your tracks, not your stacks. So Nerve DJs, we became, and that's where we've been ever since. Northeast Regional Vinyl Ensemble. I told him, I said, this is going to be bigger than just the Northeast. I said, it's going to be global. And look where we're at now. We got DJs in probably 30 countries all over the world, even in Mexico. So
that's huge.
yeah.
That's huge. So with Nerve DJs being a coalition, how important is it for a DJ to be a part of a coalition?
It's very important, especially when you got to go and search for music.
A coalition, you gotta explain that.
We are a coalition.
I mean, but you always say you.
We're more like a family.
Okay.
So we treat our members like family. They call me and say, hey, I need a special record. We go out and find the record and then let them know. Yeah, we're not in competition with other coalitions.
Right.
My wife has always reminded me of what I always say. So,
I mean, obviously, because you was a guest speaker at Coalition
DJs, exactly.
Right. So
me and Big X are close. And I've always, since we started Nerve DJs, I've been giving out plaques, platinum plaques, gold plaques to different DJs because DJs were not getting the recognition from the record labels as they should. The DJs who break records wasn't getting the recognition. So I started presenting DJs in Cleveland with plaques. We started with the small ones. Now we got the full big 12-inch gold and platinum plaques that we give away. The DJs that have been DJing for over 25 years or more.
Nice.
And it really took off. I was going all over the country giving people in different cities, DJs in different cities, their recognition. You know, because the record labels want to give radio station DJs who's not even mixing and scratching or DJing at parties platinum plaques, and they just playing a song on the radio that y'all paid them to play anyway. So we did that. We gave Tony Neal, we gave Fleet DJs, DJ OS, and several other Fleet DJs their plaques. We gave Block Club DJs in Chicago their plaques. We gave Detroit DJs some of their plaques. Ohio, most of DJs in Cleveland got their plaques because they're right here with us already. So Kentucky, Tennessee got Memphis and Nashville got plaques. Atlanta DJs have received plaques. Big X and DJ Funky, both from Coalition DJs, received plaques from us. So we've given away over 200 plaques since we started. So yes.
Wow.
But back to the question about, being a coalition. We started out as an MP3 pool.
Okay.
Here in Cleveland, just servicing music. DJs would pay us a monthly fee and they can go in and download their music any time of the day or night. All they had to do is rate the song. Do you think it's good or bad? Leave any comments, then download it and then go. Music is ready to play. It had the artwork included. It had the beats per minute included. It had all the artist information. So if the DJ wanted to reach out to the artist, they had the information included in the MP3 track. So, and it grew from those in the early days, the first 30, 40 DJs we had signed up to over 90 DJs by the end of 2003. And we started in June. So we had the 90 DJs going in 2004. We opened our first website, spent a lot of money building it because we didn't know what we were doing. And now we're close to 300 DJs. And like I told DJ Quest, I said, it's bigger than the Northeast. He said, yeah, I guess you did see it. I said, yeah, this is the internet. So we can grow 10,000 sooner or later. Yeah. And we're almost there right now. So it took us 20 years. And we do not promote, joining Nerve DJs like a lot of coalitions do, because we still have our MP3 pool on our website. You can reach all our radio stations on our websites. Each radio station has its own website and as well. So a lot of things going on.
Okay. So let's talk about the relationship between the DJ and the artist a little bit.
The artists need us just like we need them. You can't go in a club and say, hey, Spotify, play my record. You still got to talk to that DJ. Artists need to create relationships with us DJs, as well as us DJs need to create relationships with the artists. Like here in Cleveland, I reach out to the artists sometimes that I don't know already and, say, hey, upload your song and I'll promote it for free for 1 week. They upload it. I put it in rotation. I put it on social media a couple of times, and just to show them what me doing that for them does to their career.
Right.
And I got a really good relationship with the artists here in Cleveland. When I walk in, oh, that's the OG, y'all. Let's go see how the OG. So things like that happens.
Right.
So yeah, we have to create relationships. We have to play the artist music, but the artists got to give us good music we can play. We can't play no unmixed, unmastered music. And I always suggest have great artwork. Got to have great artwork. A lot of artists don't want to put their picture on the artwork, but I always say to get known, people need to know what you look like. They need to see your face. So expand your brand. Yep.
True. Yeah, because I know just from doing events or even just being out, sometimes artists, they'll hand the CD and it's handwritten and
with a magic
contact on it, or artists coming to showcases, they don't even have flash drives. They want to play it from their phone. They assume everything has internet and you can just download.
Artists have to be prepared. You have to have more than a CD or a phone. You better have it on a flash drive. Most DJs won't even take a flash drive. The new Apple computers, you got to have special connectors just to connect. Right. The USB-Cs. You don't have the right one, you're not getting in there. Oh, I can email it to you. Man, we don't have no internet connection in here. I'm not stopping my set. So if you're in an MP3 pool with the DJs already, the DJ, if they do have an internet connect, they can go in. Or if it's on social media and the DJ has Tidal, you can download from Tidal. You can play it right from Tidal in SoundCloud now. But if you don't have that relationship, a DJ is not going to stop his set to go and look for your product. So create them relationships. That's the main thing, relationships. They do matter. Yeah.
Relationships.
Yeah.
That is like, I swear, everybody I talk to, that is the word, relationships. It's everything.
Yeah. If I know you already and you broke bread with me, I'm gonna make an effort to play it.
Right.
So I'm a record breaker, not just a record player. So I have to be able to access your music when and where I can.
And so if there was an artist that just was like unruly, seemed like they didn't respect the DJ, ultimately, especially being part of a family or a coalition, y'all could silence that artist.
You see what they did to Lil Wayne a few years ago. He talked that crap about DJs. Everybody stopped playing his music. He made up for it, but yeah, very strong here. DJs, if they can join together, we can take over the music industry again. So right now we kind of push to the side. So we have to stay in front of everybody.
Why do you think that is?
Because at one point in time in rap, the record labels got rid of DJs. You ain't hear no scratching. You ain't hear artists mention the DJ name. They ain't think they needed a DJ. And now we're coming back hard. We're added to damn near every show set you see. Every artist has a DJ up there running their set. You can't just put in a flash drive and rap over it for a half an hour, 2 hour, an hour. Can't do it.
Wow. Wow. So when you would DJ at a club or you're doing an event or whatever, what are some of the pet peeves that you would have about artists?
Wow. Well, when I was in one club for like 7 years, and the record labels in Cleveland would actually bring records to the club. And I would put it on, listen to it. Yeah, I can play this. Give me a couple of minutes. Then I have it right on. Artists would come in, but they didn't have records. They would, some of them had cassettes, and I'm talking about back in the 80s and early 90s.
Okay.
Then we got to the CD players. So now you can put in a CD and play your record. So if the artist came with the right material for me to play it on, I would try it. I was one of the DJs that did not mind taking requests from patrons or artists. So if I could put it on and listen to it and find out what it might mix with, I would play it. A lot of DJs don't do that, but there are a lot that will do it, especially if you got the relationship. So yeah. So if I know you and you walk in, I'm gonna do my best to put that record on.
And if they don't know you, should they like buy you a drink or something?
At least introduce yourself and talk to me for a minute.
Yeah.
Don't just run up to me. Hey, I got this record. Can you play it? No, I don't even know you, Negro. So, yeah.
That'll make sense. Yeah.
That's why you're going to hear that from every DJ you talk to. You're going to hear that relationship.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, I preach it. If I don't know you, I can't work with you. Yeah. If I know you, came in, oh, that guy sent you a drink. Okay, next time you come in, you say, hey, I got a record. Can we sit down and talk about you playing it one day? Yeah, give me a day or two. Let me check it out. Yeah, now we're creating a relationship. Break bread with me on my website, promote my website, promote us as a coalition or DJ crew, whatever you want to call us, a big DJ family, because I got DJs from every coalition out there that belong to Nerve DJs as well. So they use our website to get their music. So that's why I'm at everybody. I was at Core DJs, Fleet DJs, Coalition DJs, Block Club DJs, every DJ coalition out there, I have damn near been to one of their events.
Nice. Yep. Nice. So when it comes to being,
I said from New York to California. In between, yeah.
And you say kinda when I said legendary.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I guess you could say I'm legendary. I've been around a long time. I had a record label, records put out. Did a song for Bebe's Kids, a movie, which never made it to the movie, but we did this record with Jermaine Dupri and Dallas Austin.
Nice.
We did the main song, but they chose a different song. So been on tours. Yeah, I guess I am legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did a lot of things that a lot of DJs would love to do.
Yeah, and you got to work. And you retired from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on top of that.
No, I poured the concrete on the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
That's still legendary.
Yeah. I had an album in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame too. So it was a special exhibit, but we did get an album in there. So
see,
I'm legendary.
Legendary.
Yep.
So
wife, you laughing? She like.
So when it comes to just being a DJ,
Yeah.
What exactly is the DJ's job?
Well, in the club, the DJ's job is to make people dance. It's not to make them dance all night because you want to have them take breaks so they can go to the bar and support the bar. But yeah, to make people dance with the right records. On the radio, is to make them jam, to make them be like, oh, that's my jam. Playing the right music at the right time. That's a DJ's job, playing the right music at the right time. A DJ needs to know who's listening, who's in the club, who's on the radio, so they can play the right music. So if I'm a DJ in the club and I see a bunch of people my age, I know not to play no Migos and things like that. But if I'm DJing in a club and it's a bunch of people in their 20s, I know which folders I need to be playing out of. So if I got a folder with a bunch of new music from artists from everywhere, then that's going to be the folder I'm in. But it still has to be the right music. So you don't want to play nothing that's boring and boring the audience. And as a DJ, as a promoter, you have to know the same thing, to play the right music at the right time, promote the right music, promote the right graphics, the right stories, same thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like a whole technique to that. Like I study you guys.
Yeah.
I know that's not an easy task to do.
Nowadays, I ask my daughter, she's 23, hey, who's hot out there? And she come up with names I never heard. So I go and research them, find out who they are. Mm-hmm. I'll follow them on Instagram, hit them up, just so they know the OGs. Man, the OGs fucking with me. Excuse my language. OGs messing with me, so got to do that.
Yeah. So could you take a playlist from Cleveland and play that same playlist in LA or Houston or New York?
Probably so, because definitely in Houston and Atlanta area, because I get artists from all over the country that send me their music. So right now I'm promoting probably 6 artists from Houston.
Okay.
So I can go down there and play a club. Okay. Atlanta the same, because Atlanta, there's more people in Atlanta than Atlantans. People from Atlanta, so
right.
So yeah, I could play that. And the same in California. I know West Coast because Cleveland was almost called Little LA at one time because we was playing so much LA music here. So
wow.
a lot of West Coast artists came to Cleveland because Cleveland at one time was the number 4 radio market in the country. And the guy that made it that way, Lynn Tolliver, just passed away a few weeks ago. So salute to Lynn Tolliver. If you know David Tolliver from Men at Large, mm-hmm. That was his uncle. So okay. Dave Tolliver's uncle, Lynn Tolliver. So yeah, I mean, a Cleveland DJ can probably play anywhere. Nice. Any house music on. So we got some great DJs here.
Yeah. That's dope. I can't say the same for every region though.
No. We had a few DJs from other cities try to play here and it just didn't work. Even Kid Capri couldn't really play here, or Biz Markie couldn't play here. They both got booed out of Cleveland because they were playing in certain ways that we don't play music here. So
it's important to know your market.
Yeah, you gotta know your market. I played in New Orleans. Not New Orleans, I'm sorry. Natchez, Mississippi.
Okay.
1991. I was DJing what's the name of the school? Do you remember? It's a college in Natchez, Mississippi.
Is it Northwestern somewhere near there?
No, it's the Black College, Alcorn State. I'm sorry. Okay. I did their homecoming in 1991, and I researched as much as I could which music was playing there. I got all my records together. And we went down there. We drove down there from Cleveland, Ohio, and did their homecoming. Nice. And I had everything that they wanted to hear. The only problem is my little brother had an asthma attack, and I had to rush him to the closest hospital, which was, it was closed when we got there. So it was crazy. So, but if you research, you can you can play anywhere, as long as you get the right music. Yeah.
What do you think is the hardest part about being a DJ?
Hard part of being a DJ? Learning, I guess. If you got, like I told people, I was speaking on a panel Saturday night, and I told them practice makes you better. You gotta perfect your craft. When I first started DJing, I was probably DJing, practicing 12, 14 hours a day. I would get up in the morning, turn my turntables on, and just try different things. You have to perfect your craft. You got to know your equipment, and you have to know the music.
Yeah.
You know the music, you can play anything, anywhere.
Yeah.
I can take some country music and mix it with some rap music. Bless you. So yeah, you can do it if you know it.
Yeah, I believe that. So I got this game I want to play with you.
Okay.
It's called the DJ Challenge.
Go for it.
All right. It's 3 multiple choice. Well, 2 multiple choice and 1 true or false. Okay. Let's test your knowledge.
Go.
Question number 1. What day is National Disc Jockey Day?
January 20th.
But you have to let me ask the questions first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But yes, you're right. January 20th.
Right.
Question number 2. DJs used to hide the names of their records so no one would know what tracks they got their breaks from. True or false?
True.
Okay.
I was there in the beginning, so I know this. We used to soak our records in water to get the labels off. Yes.
Really?
Even before Magic Marker, you throw the records in a bathtub of hot water. Well, not too hot, but hot enough to get the label off, scratch the label off, and you put your own little signatures on there.
It didn't damage the record?
No. As long as you don't make it too hot, you just want to get it hot enough to get the label soft so you can peel it off. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Then we just started using permanent Magic Marker and scribbling everything out.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was crazy. Because other DJs would come over and, who is that? Who are you playing? They still do it to this day. Saturday at this event, and one of the DJs with me, we had a DJ from New York, DJ DP1, was playing some really dope breaks. So one of the guys with me went over to his computer and look, he's like, oh yeah, all my names is up. You can see them. So yeah, we still do it today. We hear something that we don't have, we definitely gonna look and see or ask, hey, what's that you playing? So he had no problem saying it. And most DJs nowadays don't. Because all you gotta do nowadays is hit Shazam if you're in a club and get it that way.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, last question.
Okay.
This DJ did all the scratches and mixes for the movie Straight Outta Compton. Is it A, DJ Who Kid, B, DJ Khaled, or C, DJ Jazzy Jeff?
I would say Jeff.
Yeah.
I never knew that. But I would say Jeff because Khaled or Who Kid can't scratch at all.
Well, good logic, and you got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And Dr. Dre can't scratch like that either. So.
Anyway, well, hey, he was a DJ, and he was a DJ back like early 80s. So yeah.
Yeah. Dre been DJing a while, but he never had that scratching ability like the movie did. So
Yeah. Well, you know
I
what?
never knew Jeff did those scratches. That's good. See?
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of DJs that I've seen that, well, I mean, first of all, they're not even using turntables anymore, but they can't even blend. So,
Oh,
you know.
that's the first part of being a DJ is learning to blend. We have a DJ school in our building. And that's the first thing we teach you besides getting comfortable with your hands on the turntables, positioning and raising the table up to the proper height for yourself. But once you get the ability to move the record at a comfortable level and start the beat, the next thing to do is to blend the same beat on time. Once you can do that, then you can mix any two records.
Man.
So that's how we teach them at our school, the Nerve DJ Institute.
More DJs need to go because
that's what's wrong with the some of the newer DJs coming out. They just think, I got a computer, I got a controller, I'm gonna go be a DJ, and they just slam records in, just stop a record and throw another one in. Let us teach you how to do it the proper way, or let a DJ that's qualified teach you how to do it the proper way.
Yeah, please let them teach you, please, DJs. Anyway,
at our DJ school, you don't only learn how to DJ, you can get all the equipment as well too. We give you a laptop, we give you music on a 1 gigabyte hard drive, and we give you a controller and headphones.
Nice.
It's all in the price.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. They wasn't even doing that at Scratch Academy.
I know. That's why we're offering different things. So when you leave, you can leave, and all you got to get is a set of speakers.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can get that from the pawn shop.
Yeah, that's where I started at.
Wow.
I got my first set of techniques from the pawn shop in Youngstown, Ohio. I'm walking downtown, walking past the pawn shops, and it had 2 turntables and a mixer. I went in and said, how much? I think he said $250. I said, all right, I'll take it.
Wow.
And I carried them all the way home from downtown Youngstown to where I lived, was like 2 miles away in my hands. So, yeah.
I tell you, the drive back then was so different for people.
Oh, yeah. The things I've seen and done in rap and visiting other cities and hanging out in New York, it was crazy.
It's like the internet has made people lazy.
Oh yeah.
It's just really changed the culture a lot.
Yes.
So, and speaking of the culture, let's talk about the importance of the DJ. How important the DJ is to the culture, because like you kind of said before, somewhere along down the line, people just lost that respect for the DJ.
We're the number one element in the 5 elements. So without the DJ, it's not hip hop.
The father, I guess you could call him the father of hip hop, but it came from a DJ.
DJ, exactly. That's the number one element of hip hop. It's 5 elements. You can be a rapper, you can be a DJ, you can be a graph artist, you can be a break dancer, you can be a clothing designer. But without the DJ, it's not hip hop. It
was the DJ doing the breaks that B-boys even came about.
The dance with, exactly.
And a lot of B-boys became DJs, right?
Yes. Yes.
It's crazy.
I mean, I was a graph artist as well. I did graffiti all over the city. I had some of my paintings, murals in different books, in graph books, all of this. Can't even get the book now, but one of my friends said he did get a copy. I got to go find him and get it so I can keep it in my collection. Because there was a building on the corner of my street, and they used to have it was like a 6-story building. It had a fire escape down the side. Mm-hmm. So I climbed up the fire escape, and I went downwards with the name Wizard. Mm. And then the fire escape fell down a few months later. So everybody was like, who put that mural up there? And how did he get up there to do it? And that book came out, it was a book. It's probably a 400-page book. So they took a picture and they wrote a story about it. So I'm trying to find that book now. It's out of print, but my buddy said he has one. So I'm going to call him today after we get off the phone. Yeah. So I need that book.
Yeah. Nice. That's really nice. So DJ battles.
Yep.
You said you used to DJ battle.
Yes. I was a battling DJ. We used to have battles here in Cleveland every week. Mix Master Massacre, me and DJ Centipede. Well, Centipede did it first. Then I got involved with him. We had regular battles amongst ourselves to make ourselves better. My first battle was at a Jewish church on the southwest side, and I took second place. So I battled many times since. I used to drive up to New York and battle in the New Music Seminar, 81, 82, 83. I didn't make 84. 85, we went on tour. I missed that one. 86, I came back just to support all the Cleveland artists that was going up there after that. But yeah, I drove up the first time. I drove up there by myself. That's when I first met MC Hammer. First time I met MC Hammer, we was leaving the Latin Quarter because we was all at the Latin Quarter. Nice. And me and him was walking back to the hotel together, and we were just talking, you know. He said, yeah, I'm a bat boy for the Oakland Athletics. I said, oh, yeah. He said, yeah, I also rap and dance, blah, blah, blah. My name Hammer. I'm going to have a record out soon. Watch. I said, wow, that's amazing. And he came out and went crazy. So
yeah.
But yeah, met a lot of people. Been in a lot of different cities battling. But the biggest one was probably my 83 battle at the New Music Seminar. I took third place, which I was cheated. So, but I won't say that. But nah, my skills weren't good enough. So yeah, I took third place behind DJ Cheese and Easy G from Original Concept. So I still got a picture of that.
Nice.
It was good though.
Sounds like you got a documentary coming soon.
We are working on a documentary for Cleveland hip hop. And I'm a big part of it, a very big part of it, yes.
Yeah, oh man, that's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. So how do DJ battles, how does that work? Is it like a DJ sees a DJ out in public and he's like, I'm looking at you, you looking at me, you talking to my girl type thing, let's battle this out?
It's not like a breakdancing battle. No, DJ battles are set up. Their equipment's there. You got to come in and jump on equipment. You have to have 4 or 5 different routines ready, because if you go in the first routine and you win, now you got to come back with a whole different routine. So a battle may be, I DJ for 2 minutes, you DJ for 2 minutes, back and forth 2 or 3 times, and the best score win, or the best audience participation wins. So a lot of DJs are like, I was cheated. Nah, I was better than him. Yeah, but that's not what the judges thought. So
Did you
go off the judges?
Did you catch the DJ battle on the last verses?
I didn't.
No.
With Bone Thugs and Harmony?
No, not that one. The last one with Music Soul Child and Anthony Hamilton.
No, I was busy that day. I missed that whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, DJing.
It was DJ Popo from Atlanta, and then some other DJ. And Yes,
Who won?
guy. I don't know who won, but I know if they're smart, they chose DJ Popo because I've seen him DJ in Atlanta. And he is fine. He is fine. He's probably one of the best DJs I've ever heard. He's so good.
You saying Coco or Popo?
Popo.
Popo. I never heard of him.
Yeah, he's really dope. And he's young and he's so dope. So dope.
Yeah.
So
I have to check him out. I'm looking for him on Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah. So have you ever seen The Get Down on Netflix?
Of course. We watched it 2 or 3 times, the whole series 2 or 3 times.
It's good, right?
It's great. I don't know why they stopped it, but I wish they would have kept it going.
I don't know.
COVID came and wasn't it COVID that affected the 3rd season? Yeah. So wow. The Get Down. The Get Down is the truest form of hip hop. If you don't know what hip hop is, watch The Get Down. That'll take you back to the beginning, the middle to late 70s where it began in New York.
I think Nas executive produced that, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Good job.
He did a great job with it, and I wish he'd come back with another one.
Maybe.
You
should tell him. Come back.
He knows he need to bring it back.
So, you know how on there they were putting the tape to mark their spots where they're gonna scratch? Is that the real trick you guys were all using back then?
Yep. You get your cue point. You put your marker where you want to bring the record back to.
Mm-hmm.
So when it hit that marker, like let's say, rock the bells. The record goes around.
Mm-hmm.
Bring it back. Rock the bells. So yeah, you definitely use the markers.
So how do y'all do it now?
Now you just hit the 1, 2, 3 all the way up to 0. You can put 4 markers up to 8. 4 markers on 1. Digital marker. So in Serato, when you hit shift 1, that'll put a marker there at that point. Shift 2, another marker, and so forth. And they're color coordinated, so you know where to go when hit it. So you want on the 1 beat, the bass beat, boom, and so forth. So, but yeah, the markers pop right up on the screen on Serato or whatever program they use. Virtual DJ, I never use that, but a lot of DJs are using it. Plays video, does everything. So virtual DJ, a DJ for a DJ.
Yeah.
So a bad DJ using virtual DJ will sound a lot better.
So how was it shifting from the analog to the digital?
It took forever because I had to go and re-record every record I had to CD. And I started doing that 20 years ago. Excuse me, 20 years ago. I met my wife in 2001. And at that time, I was converting albums, 12 inches and albums to CD, recording right into my computer. And then I had two or three big carry cases of CDs that I had to take with me. And I had the Pioneer CDJ 1000s, which I still have them at my office. Don't use them anymore, but don't have to carry all them CDs no more. Now you can put everything on a hard drive or right on your computer and just go DJ and kill it. I remember carrying 11 or 12 crates of records to DJ.
Yeah.
And my van was full of equipment, speakers, crates of records, turntables, amplifiers, mixing.
Wear on your tires.
Yeah. Van be back down like this. So.
But do you miss those days?
I know.
No?
No.
So you prefer the digital world?
I love the digital world.
Interesting.
I can carry 100,000 records, and it's the same weight every day. Fit on my little 2 terabyte hard drive. It's less than a pound.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's interesting you say that, because I hear a lot of old school DJs say that these new school DJs, they're not even DJs because they don't know nothing about
Well,
that life.
I am not going to say that, because a lot of younger DJs look up to me and they talk to me. They just they didn't experience the life of carrying records, and that's what a lot of old school DJs say. I ain't gonna say, I'm gonna say classic DJs.
Okay.
But they don't know about carrying records. Well, did you recruit them to help you? Were they even old enough to help you at the time? See, my crew was 5-6 years younger than me. Okay. So my crew that came up with me were carrying records and moving equipment, and I taught them all how to hook it up. I taught them all how to DJ.
Right.
And they did the same thing with people they know. So the DJing community grew and grew and grew. Like I spoke at this event Saturday. It was a break dance and DJ event. And the question was, what's one of the things you wish the new school could experience what you experienced? So I said, I wish y'all could experience what I experienced coming up in the beginning of hip hop. Because we carried records. We drove from city to city to support one another, to buy records, to learn from one another, and things of that nature. So that's what it's all about. So no, I'll never talk down about a young DJ. Some young DJs got to be able to take criticism from older DJs, or just straight, not even criticism, just like, hey, why don't you try doing it this way? Or why don't you add this to make your sets better? Or, hey, I like what you did. Can you show me how you did that?
Right.
Me being OG, show me something.
Right.
So we do that at our school as well. So I had a young guy named DJ Billionaire here in Cleveland. He had never touched a turntable. And I had my turntable set up in the school. He was up there at the radio station, and we turned on the turntables. He said, man, I never touched one. He got on, and he was playing just like he was on his controller. He said, thanks, OG. That was dope, man. I like these. So it was the old school and the new school combining together to learn and teach one another. So
yeah, that's dope. That's dope. So who, in your opinion, are some of the top DJs of the past and some of the top DJs of today?
Well, everybody says Jazzy Jeff, Mel Star, me. It's too many to name. I can name DJs forever. I mean, Red Alert was one of my mentors. So he just celebrated his 45th year last year. It's my 45th year this year. Grandmaster Flash, of course. You know, Grand Wizard Theodore, who was just here in Cleveland at that event I was talking about. So those are some of my favorites. Cash Money. I can go on and on. DJ Angelo from London, dope DJ. It's so many dope DJs out here. DJ DP1, who I met this past weekend. So a good DJ will give another good DJ their compliments. So
absolutely.
And the new DJs, I don't really get to see them, but it's a JC from Atlanta. He dope. DJ 8 from Atlanta. He's dope. He ain't been DJing in a while, but he's still a dope DJ. And he spelled it EIGH.
Okay.
So, and the Cleveland DJs are some dope Cleveland DJs. DJ New Era, DJ Esco. Some dope DJs everywhere. So salute to all the DJs.
Absolutely.
Keep doing your things. Keep your practice right. Keep your cuts tight. Yep.
So, what are some of the up and coming projects for Nerve DJs?
Getting the DJ school website up and running. We do have financing available, but we're adding that to the website now. So once the financing option is added, the website should be going live in the next 2 to 3 weeks.
That's really good.
Steady doing our promotion. We do promotions, so steady service and DJs. We're one of the only coalitions that can direct text message 2,500 of our DJs. So right now, at this current moment, we were the first ones who started it a year ago and still can text directly to 2,500 plus DJs.
Nice. Is there going to be a Nerve DJ Summit in the future?
Every year, this September.
September,
it's the third week in September in Cleveland, Ohio. 2020 be the same thing. The third week in September is probably one of the best weekends in Cleveland because it's always 80 and 90 degrees outside. It's sunny and it's a good time.
So how can an artist get on a Nerve DJ mixtape?
Right. Currently, we're not doing mixtapes.
Okay.
There's several DJs that do them. Most of them have stopped doing them. But artists can put their music on Nerve DJs mixtapes.com website for free.
Okay.
It's free to upload to our website, our mixtape website. And you can submit your music to the MP3 pool or for promotions on the website as well. But that is a fee, small fee to submit your music to DJs that don't guarantee they're going to play it, but you can submit it to them. So if they download that folder that your music is in, if you go to the club and say, hey, did you get the Nerve DJs? Are you a Nerve DJ? Or do you use the website? You don't have to be a Nerve DJ to use the website.
Right.
Their music could be there. So, and it's normally there for 5 years. We keep at least 5 years of music at a time.
Nice.
So,
should artists have a budget before contacting you guys?
No, they don't have to have a budget then, but if you got a hot song and you want the DJs to have it, yeah, you should have at least a small budget, at least $1,000.
Okay.
But we have packages as low as $300. So
okay.
Yeah. We break your tracks, not your stacks. There it is.
You got rhymes too.
No, that's our motto. Yep.
So how can someone contact you?
On social media, everything is DJ Johnny O.
Okay.
They can cell phone is 434-637-8357.
Okay.
That's direct line to me.
And say the website.
Nerve DJs mixtapes.com.
All right.
Yep.
So do you have any last words for the viewers?
I want to say thank you, Chivonne, for having me. Thank you all for listening. Hopefully y'all reach out and contact us and let us break your tracks, not your stacks.
That part.
Yeah.
That part. And that's it.
Hey, yo, it's the Grand Wizard DJ Johnny Yo. And you're tuned in to ND Streets. Say what?